Bravo T and the final sips. Final sips, because Sweet Tea has taken her final sip of the Married to Medicine tea, Kool-Aid. Okay, if you know what I mean. She says she is leaving.
I'm glad you're not coming back to Married to Medicine. I didn't like how it worked out. It was foul. I mean, it definitely was foul. And I'm just going to say, I haven't really talked a lot about this, but, I really wanted to leave it to my fans to figure out, like, what was going on. Because know that I'm not a quitter. Never, ever been a quitter. And I ain't never ran away from anybody. So just putting that out there. But it just is what it is. And I think that there are better things in store for me. I think that platform was what it was for me at the moment. And I think that God has something better. And I'm going down the right path. So that's all. They just know I don't never bow down to no bitch. Just know that. Can't do it. Never will do it. Right is right. Wrong is wrong.
Now, a lot of these bitches say they leaving. They ain't get fired. I'm leaving. And I don't be believing half of their ass, because I don't believe Candy. Okay? I don't believe Candy ass. All right? I think that they have enough grace to let you just say you left the show. They be like, okay, go on ahead and say it. That's fine. But I think that they let Candy go. And you can go watch my other commentary about that. But in this situation, I totally believe Sweet Tea when she says she left. Because you can just see Sweet Tea, the way her stress is. Her stress, when she gets stressed and upset on the show, the cameras are a non-factor to her. She literally turns into herself. And this is why people have called her slow, said, things like she may be on the autism spectrum. What's wrong with her? She do come off a little bit autism-y, okay? She do come off a little bit like she don't have it all. She may be smart as fuck. She may have graduated college and all that. I know a lot of autistic and jittery kids who go to college but have this issue, have an issue. But with Sweet Tea, I think that the girl is very, very intelligent. I think the girl is very, very, very smart. I'm talking about down to her hustle game. The bitch smart. Let me say it like that. Okay. She feel me when I say that. The bitch smart, bitch. Okay. But the thing is, I think I think that Bravo is losing a good thing here. I think that Bravo is absolutely losing a good thing. And I think that Simone, Jackie, Heavenly sacrifice certain things to stay on the show, because there's no way you're going to tell me they haven't felt the need to fire Simone, Jackie, Heavenly. Y'all done brought Contessa boring ass back. Okay. Y'all brought Contessa back and not Mariah yet. Like, what does Heavenly, Simone, and Jackie have on Bravo or Andy that they haven't even considered making them a friend of the show? Jackie is done. Jackie is done. Let that lady go live her life doing her work and her job and everything that she got going on. Her house nice as fuck too. But let that lady go do her own thing. I really think Jackie is done. She done fell on the fall and almost broke in half, into pieces. She needs to go. Simone needs to go.
She needs to go. We're better than this. You're better. You're better. Better. So what? So what? So what? You're nothing. You're nothing. No, it's not right. When you look at this, you take my take her back.
Okay, Heavenly don't have to go. She's a great antagonizer. She's great for TV. Heavenly can stay. Contessa can stay. Quad can stay. Bring Mariah back. Keep Sweet Tea there. And maybe this light-skinned girl that's here, maybe her. But you need to find a white girl. The reason why Andy didn't want to add no white girl is because when Kim was on Real Housewives of Atlanta, he felt like, you know what, I will never do that again. I will never have an ensemble cast and have them all be black with one white girl, because you all bullied her. the white people felt real bad for Kim. They felt real bad for Kim. So they stopped doing that. And instead, we'll put a black girl in a pool, or a black guy in a pool of white people, Vanderpump Rules, and not a white person in a pool of black people. Okay, Kim and Real Housewives of Atlanta. So they're not going to add a white woman on the show. They had a white woman on there before, and she got booted. If I'm not mistaken, she was from Texas or something like that, and she was booted off the show because they was probably going to be bullying her, and the white people don't want that. That's how the white people feel, bullied. There ain't no bullying. Same thing the black girls doing to the black girls, but y'all don't like to see Kim white tears. So that's why they won't mix and mingle the girls like that. But I think they losing a good thing with Sweet Tea leaving out the door. I think Sweet Tea was great for TV. I think to have Sweet Tea and Quad on there at the same time was some messy, evil, fucked up ass shit, but it was great for TV. It was great for ratings, and it was great for TV. Honest to God. I think they're losing a good thing when Sweet Tea says she is out the door. I think if anything, bye-bye Jackie and bye-bye damn Simone. And if you wanted to get rid of one more person, as bad as Heavenly get on my last damn nerve, I still would say get rid of Contessa and keep Quad, keep Heavenly, and keep Sweet Tea. Them three should stay and bring Mariah back. But if two people got to go, Jackie and Simone. If three people got to go, Jackie, Simone, and Contessa. I'm sorry. Jackie, Simone, and Contessa. Contessa is a good friend to the show. I think the problem is they don't know how to fit friend of the show into a Married to Medicine. It fits into Real Housewives of Atlanta because it's like leisure. But for Married to Medicine, these bitches are working all the time. How do you fit a doctor friend of the show? You would need a friend of the show who's married to, and keep Toya. Oh shit, I forgot about Toya. And keep Toya. But you would need a friend of the show who is married to a doctor like Toya. Toya should be a good old friend to the show. Period. Okay. Bye-bye Jackie. Bye-bye Simone. Find two other doctors with husbands who are either a doctor or not. It's best to find somebody without a husband who can replace Jackie and Simone, because to have that dynamic of this lady is a doctor, her husband is a basketball coach, this lady is a doctor, her husband is a stay-at-home husband, Simone.
Them's fighting words.
You know, to have that really felt good. But to have the brown skinned pretty girl from last year with her African controlling husband, they both was doctors. Contessa and her husband, they both doctors. You know, it kind of be like, you know. So I don't know. But to have one a doctor and the other one doing something else, it always just feels like it fits. It always just feels like that's the way it should go, you know. Anyway, Sweet Tea is out the door, and I think Bravo is losing a good thing when they lose Sweet Tea. I totally think they're losing a good thing, and they should probably figure something out with that. Deshawn Snow on Nene Leakes show, on the new Nene Leakes show. So I think Nene Leakes is doing the damn thing with her new show.
Welcome back to the Nene Leakes show. Now I know a few.
I think her setup is awesome. I know exactly where that studio is because I seen it before they started setting it up. And we were actually going to book that. And that'll be awesome for Jay's podcast, but we're in New York City and not Atlanta. But it's awesome. I love Nene Leakes show. You could tell that Nene Leakes has a few drinks before she gets started, because without drinks, Nene wouldn't be in this type of mood.
I'm like a one-night stand. I bang you, and then if I don't want to do you no more, I don't do you. Hi! Oh my God, great to see you. Like, no, girl, hey, what's up, girl? Peace, whatever. You know, it's whatever.
The mood that she's in when she gets started is a very good talk show host mood.
So, Deshawn, before we get started, let's toast with my tropical rich.
Yeah.
I hope you like it. Cheers.
Thank you.
Yes, we tried.
Oh, this is good.
It is good and strong, honey.
Very strong.
Time for a girl to be busted and hitting the floor over here in a minute, like leaning to the side.
The fact that she is very engaging in these conversations, and she's having a conversation, and it's not an interview where she's just asking questions, drilling with questions. Now, sometimes in the beginning, the top of some of her interviews, it do come off like that. But for the most part, she gets into this thing where it's like just a normal conversation. And with Deshawn, that was really a good interview / conversation that they had.
Nice. Congratulations. It's been so long since we
It's
caught
been a
up.
long time since we caught up, Deshawn. We got a lot to talk
We
about.
sure do.
You know, we can't get together and not talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Course.
I tell the story all the time to people about when the producers interviewed me and wanted me to be one of the Real Housewives, and they asked me who I know. Yeah, but I was like, you know, this girl, Deshawn Snow. I was like, she's married to this guy. They have this major home. They're living the life. She should be on the show. And they interviewed you and loved you, and you ultimately became one of the Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Yes.
The only thing that I want to talk about in that interview is just how much Deshawn grind my gears, because she is really the epitome of a Tyler Perry movie, a woman from a Tyler Perry movie. Like the fact that she sat here still defending this man, getting someone pregnant on her, giving him all these props. He gave me the courtesy, and yet he didn't want to leave. Well, what you mean he didn't want to leave? But he had a baby on you. Well, ultimately, he ended up leaving after counseling.
Here's the thing, though. It wasn't like it was real bad, and you know we were having these problems, and he wanted the divorce. It was like he told me, you know, that the girl was pregnant.
Oh, no, he didn't.
Yes.
Now, wait a minute now, Deshawn. Now, that shit ain't no laughing game.
No,
so, even today, it would be hard for you to file for divorce. Once you're committed, right?
Correct.
Me too. So, I'm committed to the relationship, right? So, you would have never filed, even though you know you need to file, you would have never done it. He had to do it. Like,
Right.
you were never going to do it. You didn't care how bad it got. You were never
But
going
it
to do it,
wasn't.
right?
But here's the thing, though.
I know that we're having a problem, right?
No, but see,
So I mean, like, you're the person, Deshawn, because you've always really liked marriage, right? And even today, you don't want to be a girlfriend, you want to be a wife.
right.
So you wanted counseling. He didn't want counseling, but you for sure that he didn't want to leave you. This bitch really was sounding crazy, Deshawn. And if she see this clip, Deshawn, you sounded like a...
Take the baby in the house out this air, honey, and bring me the telephone. I need to talk to Kip.
Was I stupid?
No, baby, you wasn't stupid at all. You
I
wasn't
was
stupid.
just trying to be a good wife.
Yeah.
I was stupid.
No,
wasn't I?
you wasn't stupid. You
I
wasn't
feel
stupid.
stupid.
No, don't feel stupid, baby. You wasn't stupid at all. You wasn't stupid for paying the child support. You was dumb as hell. That's what you was. Dumb as hell paying the child support.
That's exactly what Deshawn was. Okay. Deshawn was doing that. Like, I just can't. I can't. Then he was like, ooh, girl, you so good. You a good one.
That's how that went.
See, you so nice, girl. I'm just saying. I mean, that's so nice of you.
No, you know
Deshawn,
what?
the way you be holding it together is crazy to me. Like,
Right.
that's good. I mean, I guess it's good, Deshawn. I don't know.
She's a good one. She's a good one. Like, this man was definitely able to get over on you easily. And any man that dates Deshawn is, as long as you the right kind of slick, you'll be able to get over on that bitch. Because Deshawn is, she crazy for a man. She not crazy. She dumb for a man.
I don't understand.
Me either.
No, what I mean is, no. What I mean is, no, for real. What I mean is, when I say I don't understand, is
Because the way she was sitting up there defending that man still and trying to defend the fact that he had a baby with somebody else and that you went to counseling and was trying all you could because you really didn't want to divorce. Would you have divorced? No. Through it all, you wouldn't have divorced. No, I would not have filed for divorce. She said, what?
no.
But
How
I'm
does
just-
somebody tell you that they got a baby, that somebody's pregnant, and I'm going to file for divorce?
No, he didn't.
Would you have ever filed?
I would not have filed.
You would have never filed. So he had to file because you were never going to do it.
No, he didn't.
No,
he
you're gonna
didn't
come
tell me he
home
was
and I
gonna
might
file
think
for
about
divorce.
killing you. So let's see how this
No,
goes.
and so then we were in counseling and we were working through it. or I thought. And then so in May, well, he filed in May, so the baby was born in March. And anyways, he said.
So basically, he's admitting to cheating. I have a baby on the way.
Right. So of course he had to tell me. So
Yeah.
But even then, though, I wasn't like, let's file. I was like, we're gonna work this out.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's.
No matter what this man would have said or did, she would not have filed for divorce because she believed for better or worse. She believed for better or worse. So not only did he have a kid on me, he actually had this kid and let me know, I want to go be with this woman. And she tried to go to counseling and hang on and hang on and hang on. And ultimately, she said, ultimately, he decided to go be with her. Like, cheated on Deshawn, nutted all in her, knowing he got a whole house, wife, everything. She said she didn't even know they were headed for divorce. She didn't know they had issues. That's what she said.
Right. I mean, he filed because he wanted to file. Not
Yeah, but what I mean is, in the relationship, like, you know that you need to break up.
But I didn't know that we needed to break up.
You didn't think so?
No.
You didn't?
No. That's my truth. I didn't. I was surprised. And then actually we were in counseling, and so I thought we were working it out.
That's why Nene was like, bitch, what? You didn't know you was headed for a divorce. This man go fuck somebody else. Y'all ain't arguing. Y'all ain't going through shit. He just go fuck somebody else. Let it rip in her too. Just let it rip. He just let it rip. Just let it go. All up in her. Comes home and tells you, I got a bitch pregnant. You say, it's okay. We can go to counseling about it. He says, no. You say, yeah. He say, no. You say, yes, please. And he says, okay. He's sitting in counseling and he already thinking, I don't want to be with this bitch no more. I want that pussy I had over there. All right. Ultimately, he decides to leave and go be with her. Really? She said, yeah. But he gave me the courtesy. He gave me the courtesy to tell me that she was pregnant before it got into the blogs and everything. So, that was really nice.
I mean, but no, we were together since freshman year in college.
I know.
We built a life together. And, he loved me. So we were in counseling, trying to work through that. Mm-hmm. But some point along the line, he decided that's not what he wanted. And then he filed. And he gave me the courtesy of letting me know because it was going to be in the papers the next day. So.
I'm watching this shit last night. Like, this bitch is dumb. Dumb, Deshawn. She couldn't have been a housewife while all of this was going on, because if she would have been looking at Twitter and Instagram and everything, she would have that would have been enough counseling for her. The way the people would have been trolling her and telling her how stupid she is, she would have been forced to look at herself like, okay, wait a minute. This many people are saying this. I need to probably stop. She looks like she is in a daze for love, like she's completely stupid for love. Look at how she speaks. Look at how she smiles. And it just comes off as brainwashed. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. You were never going to file.
No, I wouldn't.
You would have just hung in there.
Now,
through whatever.
Like families say, we don't know how to cook. The cookie was probably going to crumble anyhow.
Right.
God works and how he works. So
right.
I wouldn't have filed, but, whatever would have happened, I don't know. I don't know that. I think we would have eventually got divorced.
Okay. What I remember you guys' offices. I remember he had an office and you had an office. Like, I love that. I was like, oh my God, one day Greg and I are gonna have a separate office. I thought that was really nice. So just tell me this. So when he comes home and say, I have a baby on the way, like, what do you do? Now, in your big ass house with all this stuff y'all got over there, nannies and this damn beauty salon downstairs, and you got all the damn hair and makeup and stuff going on, what do? You say, okay, we're gonna work this out. Or you start crying.
Of course, I'm hurt. I go through all the things, but it never once did I say I'm leaving. That didn't cross my mind, because I was supposed to break the generational curse. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We were committed. We can work through it. That was my mindset.
You are great.
It comes off as brainwashed. It really does. And I don't know what man got into her head like this, but
Especially my husband. You just let me make all the expensive mistakes and you just still stand by me. I appreciate you for that.
We all learn.
I love you.
Me too.
You're such a sweetheart.
Yeah.
You are.
anyway, make sure you check out our Real Housewives of Atlanta recaps. Okay, our Bravo deep dives. Make sure you check it out. Right here on Rebel TV, where we recap the whole show. We actually do a live reaction to the show. We do a live reaction to the entire episode. So we've been doing that since season 12, and we are now doing season 16. Make sure you guys check it out. The videos are coming out late because NBC continues to block them. They don't want us to put the video out at all. They think that people would choose us over them. And look at how many views we get. I don't hardly get any views, but I do this because I love to talk. I love to blog, and I love to give my opinion. I'm an Aquarius. Okay, what do you think? All right, talk. I be thinking a lot. All right. I also found out what my rising moon was and what my ascendant was, and all that. And I'm feeling a little bit better about who I am. You know what I'm saying? And I'll talk about that next time on Rico Live. But remember, if you want to be a part of the Urban Bench, right here, you live in New York City, you want to meet up and you want to go to a studio, I need like 4 people, whether they are straight or gay, trans or not. Okay, you can be an alien as long as you speak English. This shit that I'm talking now, aliens. You can do this, then you can join the show. All right. Okay. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that follow. Come over here and say bye to everybody since you've been sitting over there the whole time. Oh, well, this is a Rico Live. This is the Urban Bench. Jay will be joining the Urban Bench, but it can't be 2 people. It has to be like 5 people filling up the screen. 4 people filling up the screen. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Thank you guys for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Bye.